Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
I'd like to thank Barry for scheduling me to follow the best band that anybody has ever heard.
You know they're just trying to get even with you, right? How about it, folks? This is one of our heroes here. Please welcome my dear friend Grant Peeples.
I wrote this song on November 12th of 2016. Well, it could be a long night. It might be a while before we see the light of day again. Tell me now, are you down? Are you down to do this thing? How deep is your faith? As long your belief, 'cause this could be a long night. I mean, this could really knock some time off your clock. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing. I like a melting candle of pain. We're gonna need to burn away every little thing that no longer matters, 'cause it could be a long night. I'm talking about your safety. I'm talking about your honesty. Well, these are illusions, as you will see, long before we ever see the light. Everything you ever cared about, everything you thought you never doubt, well, all of this will be driven out. And it could be a long night. Well, it's a leviathan of authoritarianism that we now face, my friends. There will be clouds of foreign entanglements and reams of alternative facts. Executive orders will be issued to round up the opposition, and babies will be ripped from the arms of their mothers along our borders. And going up against this is going to take some real courage. I mean, physical and spiritual courage. So get ready. Man, this could be a long night. I'm talking about your safety. I'm talking about your decency. Well, these are illusions, as you will see, long before we ever see the light. Everything you ever cared about, all the things you thought you never doubt, all of this will be driven out. And it could be a long night. Yes, this could be a long night. Yes, a mighty long night, where you better hold on tight. This could be a long night. In 2007, I entered a state song contest. There was a contest. They wanted a new state song for the state of Florida because they felt that the old song, which was called The Old Folks at Home, was a bad marketing idea for the state of Florida. So anyhow, I entered the contest and I lost. Here's why. In the middle of the winter, when you need a vacation, come where the sun and the sand is waiting, right down here at the bottom of our nation. I'm talking about Florida. Yeah, come on down to the Sunshine State. Bring your money, check out the place. Well, chances are you'll decide to stay. Tell everybody else does. Well, there's 1,000 new residents coming down every day. They're all moving in and they're buying up the place. place. They're filling in the swamps to make some more space. And man, we're starting to need it. We got snake farms and alligator wrestlers, more state executions than anywhere but Texas. Shuffleboard and wet t-shirt contestants. Man, you gotta see it to believe it. So come on down to the Sunshine State and bring your money, check out the place. Chances are you'll decide to stay. Hell, everybody else does. Well, we're number one in lightning strikes, snake bites, alligator and shark attacks. We got 1 million illegal aliens to sack all our trash, clean toilets, wash dishes, and cut the grass. I'm telling you, it's heaven. We feature one golf course for every man, woman, and child. We cut down the trees and you get to see for miles. Don't it seem like a place you could kick back a while? Well, dude, it don't get no better. So come on down to the Sunshine State and bring your money, check out the place. Chances are you'll decide to stay. Hell, everybody else does. We got these federally subsidized sugar plantations that are bigger and richer than most European nations. They own our politicians and hire all the Haitians. It's what you call a sweet deal. Well, everybody said it was some kind of joke when we said it ain't over till your brother counts the votes. And 12 years later, y'all elected little Marco Rubio. It's what you call a state steal. And come on down to the Sunshine State and bring your money, check out the place. Well, chances are you'll decide to stay. Hell, everybody else does. Timmy Higgins! Well, our school system rates higher than Mississippi and Louisiana. Though we ain't up there with Arkansas and Alabama, 12% of our children wind up in the slammer. And that's gotta count for something. You see, we ain't got no state income tax because we just get to stick it to all the Yankee tourists and make up for that. A service-based economy is what keeps us fat. That and a lot of fried mullet. And come on down to the Sunshine State. Bring your money, check out the place. Well, chances are you'll decide to stay. Hell, everybody else does. And come on down to the Sunshine State and bring your money, check out the place. Well, chances are you'll decide to stay. Hell, hey, let's do a sing-along. This is going to be easy because I'm going to divide y'all right here and this side and this side. I got to teach it to you. So what the part that you're going to sing is you're going to say, more for us, less for them. Repeat it. More for us, less for them. And then y'all are going to go, making the nation great again. Okay. So you're going to sing it. And the way it's going to work out is it's going to, I think we do it between verses like 3 or 4 times. And we're just going to see how it goes. It starts out with a pre-song. High fructose corn syrup and reality TV and Taylor Swift and Burger King. Jesus, cheap gasoline, praise Jesus and cheap gasoline. Looky here, ain't it clear? All these people in our country, we don't want them here. They look funny, they talk so funny. All they want to do is take our jobs and money, but it's our land. We stole it fair and square. Nothing in the Constitution says we have to share. Let's line them up, ship them out. The time has come, we figured out there's more for us and less for them. Making a nation great again. More for us and less for them. Making a nation great again. More for us, less for them. Making a nation great again. More for us, less for them. Making a nation great again. You got the widows and the orphans and the homeless and the poor. We're taking care of them, but what for? No matter what you do, they still need more. So give to those that can help themselves. All the good people, they're overwhelmed. It's crazy. They're lazy. All they want to do is make babies. Yeah, it's sad, but that's too bad. Haven't you heard that the law with the land is more for us and less for them? Making a nation great again. More for us, less for them. Making a nation great again. More for us, less for them. Making a nation great again. More for us, less for them. Making a nation great again. Do it. Believe or they don't believe, and if they don't believe like they should believe, then they won't receive not one damn thing, not anything. What a shame in society you don't get to be what you want to be unless you got that do-re-mi. Hey people, can't you see there's more for us and less for them? Making a nation great again. More for us, less for them. Making a nation great again. More for us, less for them. Making a nation great again. More for us, less for them. Making a nation great again. More for us, less for them. More for us, less for them. More for us. From time to time, I teach a songwriting contest, and I've begun to use that song as an example of irony when you're writing songs. Just take this down. I am from Sock Choppy, Florida originally, and you'll see my girlfriend's, she's got a Resist t-shirt on. And now this whole Resist thing, this has come up. We think this is something that has come up recently, but I saw back in 2008, I saw an example of what it is to resist. People ask, resist what? Well, here's an example. There was a parade that we used to have in Sock Choppy, the 4th of July parade, and it had kind of gotten a little off the rails as far as really, not really honoring this flag. It was more about, honoring the politicians who were trying to get elected and the businesses in the county that were trying to get new customers. And there was this group of people that saw this and decided that they were going to put them to task. And they, I'm just going to sing you the song about what happened. Well, the gay and lesbian sons and daughters of the Southern Confederacy, they built a float and they entered it in our 4th of July parade. And there were ladies wearing leather and men wearing lace and others wearing pink leotards. And with a swish and a swagger they come strutting down the street, waving the stars and bars. Yeah, you gay and lesbian sons and daughters, the Southern Confederacy. Well, they built a float and entered it in a 4th of July parade. There was a fella with a flute and a tutu, playing Dixie with a skinny drummer boy. And this butchie gal, she was the majorette, directing with an obscene toy. Yeah, you gay and lesbian sons and daughters, the Southern Confederacy. Well, they built a float and entered it in the 4th of July parade. A poster of old Stonewall Jackson and another a Truman Capote, and there was Billie Jean King and Elton John, but the biggest was of Robert E. Lee. Yeah, you gay and lesbian sons and daughters, the Southern Confederacy. Well, they built a float and entered it in the 4th of July parade again. Tim Higgins, he's pretty good. Was it a finger in the eye of Uncle Sam to wave the rebel flag on Independence Day? Or just a poke in the ribs of our long lost cause for these queers to carry on this way? Yeah, you gay and lesbian sons and daughters, the Southern Confederacy. Well, they built a float and entered it in 4th of July parade. Yeah, they built a float and entered it in our 4th of July parade. Where is Sarah? We're going to ask Sarah to come up to the stage, and we're going to do. Hey, girl. Say hello to Sarah Stovall from Passerine.
Thank you.
This is a song. Everybody talks about how songs got written in 10 minutes, and this is really the only song that's ever happened that way for me. I wrote it on the side of I-75. When I was growing up, there was 3 things our parents threatened us with. One was that if we didn't behave, we were going to end up at the Mary Anna School for Boys. If you grew up in Florida, you know what I'm talking about. So we had that, and then the other thing was that if we didn't behave, that we were going to put our mamas in Chattahoochee. And the other thing, that if we were just completely lost, we were going to end up in Rayford. And this is a song that I wrote on the side of I-75 about 10 years ago when they were getting ready to do what they do these days every now and then when a governor signs a certain piece of paper, what they do down at Rayford, which is now called Florida State Prison. This is called the hanging. I heard about the hanging this morning, and I rode on into town. There were gallows nailed up on the square, and a big crowd had gathered all around, selling postcards and cotton candy, crucifixes and American flags. I seen a woman, she wept at the gallows steps. She held a little bird in her hand. She said,
I'm not crying for him. I don't even know his name. What he done was a sin against God, to be reckoned come judgment day. I'm crying for what we've become, still burning that flesh to dust. No, I'm not crying over him, I'm crying about us.
prisoner climbed the gallows steps. You could hear excitement in the crowd as that noose got lowered down over his head, and his face was covered with a shroud. And then that woman held her little bird to her breast as the order rang loud and clear. Then I heard a crack as they snapped his neck, and the crowd, it let out a cheer. And she said,
I'm not crying for him. No, I don't even know his name. What he done was a sin against God, to be reckoned come judgment day. I'm crying for what we become, still burning that flesh to dust. No, I'm not crying over him, I'm crying about us.
well, they cut him down and they hauled him off. And the people, they all gone home. And the wind blew trash through that empty street where that woman, she stood all alone. And then she knelt down on the gallows steps and she bowed her head to pray. Then she raised her hands above her head and let that little bird fly away. And she said, I'm not crying for him, and I don't even know his name. Oh, and what he done, it was a sin against God, to be reckoned come judgment day. I'm crying for what we've become, still burning our flesh to dust. Oh, and I'm not crying over him, I'm crying about us. Oh, and I'm not crying over him,
I'm crying about us.
Thank you so much. Sarah and I are going to be playing a few dates together. Please go to my calendar. We're playing at Fogartyville sometime in the next couple of months, and I think we're going to be doing some other stuff. We've played a few shows together, and it's really been a lot of fun. All right, we got one more song, and then we're going to step aside. I just wanted to say a couple things. I just had a new sticker made up, and I got it made this week, and this is it. It has America First on it, and America First is crossed out, and then it says Earth First. I am not known for a lot. I am somewhat politicized. I believe in my art, but I don't. I really have not used the microphone as a pulpit though for saying much. But other than through song, I feel very strongly about this, and I feel that whatever your politics are today, no matter where they are, if you're not putting the planet first, you're putting your family second, and you're putting our country second. All right, we're gonna finish with a little song. I know half the people here are songwriters and musicians, and so we all know how hard it is, this life. Oh, we got it so bad, and we all have a muse, however, that encourages us and to keep going and to keep creating, and I have that muse. I have that, and she is very involved in my morning coffee and getting me involved and continuing to do what it is I do. I also, however, have this other kind of a muse. I call it the Anti Muse. Sarah Mack calls it the crazy cat lady talking behind my back. But And what happens is she starts talking to me like when things aren't going real good. I get some news, like I wouldn't, like I'm not #1 on Billboard's Top 100 or something like that. And then I start feeling down on myself. And then she starts telling me stuff, like I'm too old for this, and I'm bald, and I sing pitchy, and my guitar playing's rudimentary at the best, and so she starts that, and I had this happen a few years ago when again on I-75 near Tifton, Georgia. I was coming back from a gig that I'd gotten paid $200 to play at Eddie's Attic, and I got pulled over near Tifton and got a $180 speeding ticket. And so while I'm sitting there, when the guy's like telling me he's going back to write this ticket, and the lights are kind of going on in my car, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, this woman starts talking to me again and telling me that I'm wasting my time and everybody else's time, and gasoline and burning up rubber, and my shit's too negative and dark and nobody wants to hear it. And so she starts telling me this, and as she does, I pull out my pad and I start answering her. And so this is essentially a dialogue between me and her. And notice I say her. I don't know why that is. But Sarah's going to play the part here. Thank y'all so much for being the Will McClean Folk Festival.
You're a slave to your imagination, chained to the throttle of a runaway train. All your life you looked upon creation, trying to find a window where you could escape. You call it art, but you're just jerking off. All you want to do is make a name for yourself, sucking up to owners and promoters. Could it be any good if it's something you sell?
Well, I got my songs, a sense of intervention. It's a raunchy business, but I know the score, and I can take it just as good as I can give it. I love to mix trouble with metaphor. It's true, every song, man, it's just a compromise, but every now and then I find a word will ring true. I hang my hat on a hook, I know I'll get 'em. I scribble down some bullshit and I call it a tune.
You're a slave to your imagination, you're chained to the throttle of a runaway train. All your life you looked upon creation, trying to find a window where you could escape.
I got no idea why I'm wired this way. I'm too damn old to be burning like this. I guess I like the taste of a sticky situation. I never learned to love without making a mess. 20 years I've been working on surrender, never came to believe God was yanking on the strings. There ain't no cure for hot and cold. I lean into the future when I feel the squeeze.
Said you're a slave to your imagination, you're chained to the throttle of a runaway train. All your life you looked upon creation, you're trying to find a window where you can escape.
Everybody wants to water their own little flower and build the altar where they worship their sins. I fly my flag above a prison house of language. The only way I sail is when I'm close to the wind. Psychology, mythology, crooked ways of looking through a smoky glass. In abstract theory, it's a futile search for meaning. You never know the truth until it kicks your
Ask me and I'll tell you that you're a slave to your imagination. You're chained to the throttle of a runaway train. All your life you looked upon creation, trying to find a window where you could escape. Say you're a slave to your imagination, chained to the throttle of a runaway train. All your life you looked upon creation, trying to find a window where you could escape.
And when will I learn that I'll never escape? Thank y'all so much. Boy, we had a fun time here. I'm back there at Dave Harrell's golf cart if y'all want to pick up some stuff. Thank you, Timmy Higgins. Thank you, Sarah.
Grant Peeples. Yeah. Be sure to come to Gamble Rogers Folk Festival where you will see Grant along with many, many other fine performers.